wasn't live. I wasn't public. I'm so sorry about that. So anyway, I'm still at Simon's booth, and he's still over here playing, and he's still chatting with folks, and my gimbal is not wanting to behave. So I'll figure it out. Anyway, I am going to try to, I know what it is. I have to adjust it. It wasn't balanced. It's still not balanced. Oh God, this is too weird. I'm getting used to the tech, guys. Okay, now we're balanced. Yay. Okay, we are now balanced. So please be sure to say hello when you pop into the chat. Simon's over there. I'm going to switch it around, let you guys see it, I think. There we go. So Simon is over there. Looks like he is signing something, signing some paper.
Writing out some color names here.
Awesome. So while you guys get to watch him, okay, I've already got one thumbs up, but it doesn't say anybody is in the thing. So be sure that if you're popping in here, say hello in the chat. Let us know and say hello to Simon.
Hey guys. All right, so here are the colors.
So if you missed it, I did just go, hi, Miss Lisa. I did just go live. However, I forgot to hit the button to change from unlisted to public before hitting the live button. Then I couldn't change it while we were live. So anyway, Mary Lynn.
Yeah, you can see all the color names really great there then.
I think I'm going to let him chat with you a little bit again. I'll hand him the mic if he wants it.
I'm all good. Oh, sure. Yeah, I keep asking people for their pen, but yeah, thank you so much.
And I lost mine.
All right.
So here are the new ones.
I'll show you some lunar paste techniques too. I'll show you that one so you can see exactly how to do it too.
So he's doing a demo for somebody else, but he did a private demo just for you guys. So you have to go back and watch my last live that was not public, but is now. We've got Lisa saying hello, everyone. Maylin Club says hello, Simon Cup. It says hello, Simon and Debbie. Elizabeth says hi. Elizabeth Parmley. Cindy Smith says hello, Debbie and Simon. Those are all the people who've chatted. So if you pop in here, be sure to say something, and maybe I'll tell Simon you said hi.
All right, so I'll jump in here. I'm going to talk a little bit about the neon lunar pastes. Okay. So here are the neon lunar pastes. There are 7 different colors, really bright neon colors. What I love so much about these neon lunar pastes is that they've got a little bit of mica inside of each one, which is really great. So you got a lot of shine to it. And there usually isn't a lot of shine to the neon products, but this is really great because it's super intense shine, which is really awesome. So I'm going to go in here and do a really fun technique to create a background. I'll use a couple different colors. All right, we'll grab these out. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of mood ring. This is that like purple neon color. We'll swipe it on. And I'm doing kind of a thin layer of it too. You can either go in with the scraper to really smooth it out, but here I'm just going to use my finger. Then I'll go in using a little bit of no chill.
Ooh, I haven't seen that one yet.
Such a pretty blue color.
My favorite color. I love the blue.
Right, then we'll go in using a little bit of Dart Frog. Yeah, super cool lime green color.
Oh my God.
Your husband's definitely an 80s kind of man. Huh?
I think he still has some of his racing stuff from bicycle and stuff.
All right.
That's solid, yeah. Yeah, that's solid.
And then last but not least, I'll go in using a little bit of voltage. Beautiful, like this yellow color. Now there's 2 yellows in the line. The reason why there's 2 yellows in the line is because this one's more of like a yellow-green color. This one's like a bright yellow sunshine color. My team did not want me to have 2 yellows, but I was like, I need both. They both need to be in here. I made it 7, and they were like, that's an uneven number, but I'm like, it's what needs to happen. All right. And here it is, right? Yeah, because it goes well with the greens, and then you can see that one goes well with the warmer tones. So I really like them having 2 yellows in the line because it can swing both ways. Right, exactly. Yeah, some purple with that green. All right. Then I'll go in. Thank you. I'll go in. Let me grab a different stamp. Actually, no, I'm going to use this.
So Karen says, hey, Simon, and this is awesome.
Hey,
and
thanks.
Karen is saying, so bright and pretty.
Thank you. So I'm going to go in here with the handwritten background stamp. This usually has printing on the back, but you're just going to have to imagine that it has the design printed here because this is a sample. And I'm just going to stamp it down into here. And you get all that texture. So you just stamp it into it when it's wet. Yep. And check out that texture. Like how cool is that? And then if you want to, you can wait till this dries and then you can put like gold paste into it, spray it, and then wipe the gold paste off and it'll stay down into the cracks of the design.
But it's gorgeous.
It looks really cool once it's done. I don't know, this might be too thin for that, but.
So here's my quick question.
Mm-hmm.
You do that, you do the spot.
Yep, you can heat them.
And then to clean that, just wipe it down.
So let me show you. So to clean this, I'm just going to spray it down, and then I'm going to stamp it down onto the black. So you'll get a 2-for-1 background. That's the like what you grabbed. Yeah. So then you can see there. Really pretty. Once that's dry, it'll look just like the one you had. And then to get this out, okay, Ranger has a product called the Rub It, Scrub It.
I need to get one of those.
It's amazing. I don't know where it is, but it's like a scrubby sponge thing. It'll be around here somewhere, or you can ask someone for it.
Rub it, scrub it.
Yeah, rub it, scrub it. It's like a, you can like spray stamp cleaner on it too and clean off stamps. But I like it for this because it gets down into the details of it, and you can like lift it up and spray, clean it off. But here I'm just gonna go in with a microfiber cloth. It's pretty similar to it, and I'll just go in and clean it off. And then it's pretty nice and clean. So this will do the job too, since it's got a lot of fibers to it. And then that just cleans it off really easily. You want to clean lunar paste before it dries though, because it dries permanent. So if it dries in any of your stamps or stuff, you have an embellishment.
Do you think only red rubber works well for this, or can you use
So when you're doing this technique, you want to find a background stamp that has really thin lines.
Okay.
Something like this is not going to work because it'll move the paste around too much and smudge it all over the place. But something that's really fine like this or this is going to work really well.
But a photopolymer would be okay with that, as long as it had the right size.
Like that stamp with the flowers would be good too.
Because it's fine line.
Yep, because it's really fine line. Yep.
Okay.
Photopolymer, I'm not sure. I haven't tested it out with photopolymer stamps. I usually do it with red rubber just because I know that it's going to clean off really well. Yeah, and maybe I'll try it with photopolymer. This one came out
That came out a while.
maybe a year ago.
That came out.
Uh-huh.
What's your new- you have a new one.
Handwritten is new.
Those two are new. Though that first row of stencils is new, and that first row of stamps is new. Came out a couple months ago. Yep.
That-
These are so
That is such a cool thing.
Thank you so much. I love it. Yeah, I love applying with my finger and stamping with it. It's really fun. It's kind of like a wow factor, but it's really simple to do, which is nice.
Thank you. It is.
Yeah.
And it is for ease. You like that ease.
Right. Yeah, it's super quick and
I love
easy,
it.
which I love. Thanks. Yeah, those use the neons. So those are all like those bright colors. And what I love about the neons too is I think some people get scared of neons when you see them all on a chart like this together. But like this is mixing it with my older inks, so it doesn't have to be super bright. And this is like an inked background with some neons on top, but they don't look like too like scary or overwhelming. This is the neons too. It just mixes in with the rest of your inks really nicely. So if you incorporate them with colors that you already have and that you use often, like it can be an accent rather than just taking over your card. So it doesn't have to be as scary as sometimes people think that it's going to be, you know what I mean? Unless you want it to be scary, then it can be scary. But
Do you have yesterday's cards? We're just curious.
yes, I do actually. Actually, I don't. Some of them are on the board. Some of them I glued up to that board. Yeah, there's like butterflies with that similar technique that we did. Really pretty. Yeah. Thanks.
I love these. I think they're gonna do well.
But the one with that and
Thanks.
the gold in there, it scared me half to death.
If I have some
It was
advice,
awesome.
this stamp you should definitely pick out. Everyone's
I
been.
love it.
The reason why it's like this is because this was a sample because it was all sold out. So it's a big seller.
I bet
love
it is.
that.
I gotta get that on
It's like great
my list.
Yeah, it's great because it just adds texture to any card. It's like it was a background that I wanted so badly. I was thinking about it for years, and I was like, this needs to come out because you can stamp it on die cuts. You can stamp it in a background. You can use it in so many different ways, and it's really great.
You're still recording.
Oh, great. Yeah, he's got his mic over there, so you can't hear real across over here.
All right. Anything else you guys want to see? Anything else you guys want to see?
No, he's having fun. I
What
think
else
he
do you have
wants
to
us
show us?
I can show you anything.
You
Any
know, I'll
other
stay.
tip or trick bits?
Whatever you want to show us.
Cute or cool like this?
You want to see pastes or inks? Maybe ink?
Okay,
Yeah,
Chad,
what
what do you guys want to see?
I don't know.
from
I've been trying to push
do
more
this.
paste. So
Oh, more paste. Okay, let's do paste. I'll show you a little bit. Do you have the solar paste in your store?
We do. We have both.
Do you want to see a little bit more about that?
Okay.
Okay, because sometimes people get a little bit, they don't know what the solar paste does.
Yeah.
And I hear a lot of people being like, solar paste only works on black cardstock. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. Okay, because solar paste does not only work on black cardstock, and I see that comment so often. So I'll show you what it does.
What we do is we show people that it's magic on dark cardstock.
Yes. But everyone's
So
like, you can.
they think, oh my God, that's the only thing. You can
Yes,
do, but
I've
it's
seen
cool.
so many people come up and they're like, solar paste works on black, right? And I'm like, no, it works on both. So on black cardstock, here's what it's going to look like. It's the, let's see, I'll show you actually. I already have these done, so I don't know why I'm going to even do them. This is what lunar paste looks like on black and white. You can see that really great metallic. And this is solar paste on black and white. So solar paste, yes, on black cardstock does look more colorful, but on white cardstock, you get that really great like iridescent shine too, and it turns that yellow color. There are 6 different colors, so it can turn whatever shine you have in that jar. But the reason why we made it, and this is really why I wanted it, is because on white cardstock, you can do a stenciled background, get a lot of texture, get a lot of design in your background, but not have too much color, where then you can't put a focal point on top. So I wanted it that you could do an easy background, have lots going on, but still have like a nice focal and have it stand out. That's what's really great about it. And then here's the neons, of course. Love those. And then another thing that I love about the solar paste, and this is one of my favorite parts about it, is you can go in here. Let me grab, let's do this color, Overheated, which is this nice orange color. So I'm going to take some out of my jar. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of, let's do purple. Now this is Crown Me. Usually purple and orange make brown together, but since this one's a mica powder and this one's a dye, it's not going to mix together. So I'm going to swipe this down onto my surface. Now you can also use re-inkers as well, and that's going to give you a more concentrated color, but you can use the ink pad just like this too. You want a translucent dye-based ink. Anything that's opaque isn't going to work because it'll cover up the mica. So an acrylic paint, anything with a pigment ink in it is not going to work. You need translucent dye-based inks. I'll take this and I'm going to mix it into here.
Yeah, that is gorgeous.
And you get beautiful purple color. All right.
Isn't that gorgeous, guys?
And you're probably like, what the heck? He just made purple paste. Like, why do you need purple paste, right? Because you've got purple lunar paste.
It's a different purple paste.
But wait, there's more. It's not just different. It's completely different because it's an orange paste with purple in it. Or now it's a purple paste with orange in it. But I'm going to go in with my stencil, put a little bit of this down. Take my scraper tool. This is from the paste tool set. All right. Then I'm going to heat set this because you can't really see the mica as much when it's so wet. The thing I love about lunar paste though, or solar paste in this case, is that it dries pretty quickly when you heat set it. So it takes about 20 to 30 minutes otherwise, just leaving it. But with the heat tool, it'll take about 2 to 3 minutes when you dry it, and then it'll be nice and dry. And it doesn't bubble underneath the heat tool as long as you keep it moving like this. So you should be good. I'm really impatient. So I was talking to the chemist. I was like, this needs to be able to dry fast. If it doesn't, I'm not going to be using it. So we got it down to a pretty good dry time so that you can move on to the next part of your project. It's probably not completely dry yet, but you can see now that more of the mica is coming out, and you can see that orange color as you tilt it in the light. So now it's a purple paste with an orange shine.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see it from here.
So that's what's different about solar paste. You can use it on black for a little bit of color, even though everyone only thinks that it works on black. Then you can use it on white for a little bit more subtle color, and then you can color it in with whatever color you want to. So you could do like blue and orange and create like a cool like ocean scene. You could do really as many colors as you want in there, and you get lots of different effects. So with 6 different pastes, you can make whatever color you want, and it's more of like an effect paste like this, which I really like. So lots of options when it comes to solar paste.
That looks so regal.
That's what makes it so versatile. Yeah, I love it. And then again, just clean everything off because it'll be permanent once it dries. Thank you so much.
And get some kind of really good jars for all of the prettiness you make. You can't put it back in the jar.
Yeah, you'll have to get some like mixing jars or something, airtight jars,
So that you can save it.
so you can save your paste. Or you could use it from the tool and just like swipe it onto a background like we've done here, and you could die cut out of it later, which I really like to do. So then you use some of your waste and like die cutting sentiments out of it and stuff is really awesome. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good.
That is pretty awesome. Isn't
Thank
that
you so
gorgeous?
much.
You just showed those.
You want to see that technique? Yeah,
It's a
awesome.
big wow.
I met
I'll
someone
move out
who
of
had
the
your
way.
class yesterday.
Thank you so much.
Simon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
showed
Thank
me,
you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So I'm going to stick around. We're going to stick around for another time of that. Although my battery's starting to say I'm going to have to charge it soon. So we can't stay with Simon forever. We're going to try. So.
All right. So.
She was talking to you.
I'm talking to my live stream. Well, they probably can't hear me much because he's got the mic. Hi. Give me your hand.
Come back here. Come back here. Come on.
Come over here and say hi.
Everyone.
Yeah.
All right.
We are having a blast, guys.
So. Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go in. These are my new neon lunar pastes.
Okay.
Do you know a little bit about the lunar paste
Nope.
yet? Do you want to hear about the lunar paste first?
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about all the pastes. Do you know about any of them?
I don't know.
Okay. So
I'm overwhelmed. Okay.
understandable. All right. There's a lot of stuff on this table.
So I am opening up a do-it-yourself craft studio,
Nice.
and I really want to find. I love the mixed media stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but I need things that are going to transfer well to people to do things themselves, and to kind of try things and maybe want to buy some of that stuff. So that's why I'm like kind of interested in the what.
Yeah. That's
And
awesome.
how they
Where are
use
you
them.
guys located?
I am in Neptune, New Jersey, which is probably the same zip code as Ranger.
Oh, nice. Nice.
If not, it's the next one over.
Yeah, that's
So, yeah.
awesome.
They're like
That's
10
great.
minutes away from my house.
Nice. That's really cool. So let's talk a little bit about the paste. There's a lot here. I think it would be cool for like a do-it-your-own kind of mixed media kind of thing. Yeah. So let's see. There's a lot of pastes here. I'm gonna grab some of the colors to show you. We're gonna grab some of the yellows. Let's see. All right. No, you're all good. Okay, so these are the 3 different types of paste.
Okay.
This one is called lunar paste. This one is solar paste. Hi, how are you guys? And then this one is neon lunar paste, which just came out.
I can take it
This week.
Yep, you can take a picture, video, whatever you want to do. All right. So with the lunar paste, this comes in a lot of different colors. It's similar to, like, do you know what a texture paste is?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So it's like a texture paste. It's really nice and thick, thicker than a paint. So it's going to go on. It can hold all of its texture, which is awesome. So like it'll dry just like that. I like to use it with my finger too, to just like apply it like a finger paint, honestly. You can use it with a palette knife too. I'll show it through a stencil in a second. So I'll put that on black and white cardstock. Now each one of these is colored with a different color mica powder. It's
Okay.
no dye inside of there. So that's why it shows up just as intense on black cardstock as well.
Okay.
And also, when you have a white mica and then you try coloring it with a dye, it's always still going to be white. It's going to have a white shine. Whereas this, once it dries, will have a golden shine or whatever color you're using, which is really awesome. I'm going to take a quick drink here, sorry. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of golden hour. Solar paste is different. There's 6 different colors. Each one is a white paste, but it has a color shifting mica inside of it. So each one of these, when you shift in the light, is going to turn whatever color it is. So I'll show you. On white cardstock, it sort of just blends in to the white cardstock, which is awesome because you can get more subtle effects. And then on the black cardstock, you're going to get that sort of white haze, but then when you tilt it in the light, you're going to see that yellow. And they all look a little bit different when they're dry, so I'll show you them once they've already dried. And then you can see. All right. And then I'll show you a little bit of the neons. So these are cool because they're super bright and intense. They've got neon pigment, but also a little bit of mica in them. So you can see that's how bright they are on white. And then on black, they're beautiful and intense. So now let me show you what they look like once they're dry. When you apply them thin with your finger like this, it only takes like 2 to 3 minutes to dry.
Okay.
When you apply them thicker, they take about 20 to 30 minutes, but you can always heat set them with your heat tool, and it'll take about 2 to 3 then. So let me set this off to the side. This is how they look once they're dry. So this is the lunar paste. You can see super metallic and bright and shiny. With the solar paste, I love this because it still tilts and you can see the yellowish gold, but it's more subtle. So you can do like a background and not have it really stand out and have the focal point stand out, which is nice. Shows up more gold on the black. And then here's the neons, really beautiful and intense. And then if you apply it thicker, you'll get a more intense color with the neons. Yep. So let me show you a couple techniques with it now. I love this technique, so I'll show that first. I'm going to go in with a couple of the new neon colors for this. I'm going to grab a little bit out on my finger. But like I said, you could use a palette knife, you could use a blending tool. There's lots of different methods of application for this. I just like the finger because it's really simple. And it's pretty easy to clean off your fingers too. It comes off with water while it's still wet, but you can always like wash off your hands, and it comes off pretty much by the end of the day.
Okay. If you're dealing with customers who get their nails done, then use a palette knife.
Yeah, then use a palette knife. Exactly. I had people in my class yesterday, and they had nice nails, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that technique." But yeah, you can use a palette knife or whatever you want to protect your hands, or even like a pair of gloves could be kind of nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not much sticking my fingers and stuff either.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just about the like because you can apply this on like embossing folders and stuff too,
Oh.
and then you can like get the texture. But that's why I like to use my finger, because like a sponge would seep underneath, you know.
Yep.
So it just depends on what technique you're doing. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of No Chill next.
Did you name these?
Yeah, they're fun color names. Kind of funny. I have fun. Me and my mom sit down and we're like, okay, what do we name these ones? All right. So I'm gonna go in here then. I'm gonna use a background stamp. This one is called Candles.
Okay.
And you want any fine line background stamp for this technique, and you'll just drop it right into the wet paste.
Okay.
Stamp it down. And then it creates that impression in the texture. Yep, so it creates that texture then. A really easy birthday card, right? How fun is that? And then you can take any of the excess. Yep, you spray it down, a little bit of water. And let's stamp this right down.
Okay.
And you get a really great
Oh, I
background.
like that.
So that's what I did there too. You can see that.
I don't know which one I like best.
Right? Such a beautiful technique. And then to clean it off, I'll just use like a microfiber cloth, a little bit of water. You want to clean these while they're still wet,
Okay.
because once they're dry, they're permanent. So what I like about that though is if you're doing like a canvas or something like mixed media, like you were talking about, once it's dry, it's completely set. So sometimes with inks, they'll still move because they'll react with water. If this won't react with the water, it doesn't work on glass or plastic because it'll peel off.
Okay.
But anything that's porous, like a canvas or like paper, will stick to really nicely. It'll even do like clothes and stuff, which is cool.
So like acrylic is plastic. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And can you rough it up like with sandpaper or you?
Haven't tried that. That sounds kind of cool though.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, so are you talking like if you?
Like
think
take
you
the
distress it.
acrylic, yeah. Like take the acrylic and rough it with sandpaper
That's
so
a
it's
cool
not
technique.
shiny. And
Oh, maybe what's that called? That gray stuff, steel wool.
Oh yeah.
That might dull some of the shine. Because I know with embossing powder you can do that to dull it.
Okay.
And that might work here. I'm not sure. I gotta try that out. That's kind of cool. Kind of fun.
Janina saying my neon lunar paste are ordered and on the way.
Nice.
And I love Simon's stuff. Quality all the way.
Thanks. So then with the solar paste too, these are the white pastes, but what's cool about them, so these are already colors that are pre-mixed for you with whatever mic is inside of there. But what I love about these is I can take orange.
Wait, that was the solar?
Yep, this is a solar paste, so they're white, but it has orange mica powder in it. So then I can take purple ink. You need to use a translucent dye.
Okay.
You can't use acrylics because it'll cover it up, because it's
Okay.
opaque. So anything that's translucent, that'll color this in. You can also use reinkers. We have reinkers for our pads, and that'll be more intense right away.
Yep.
We'll mix this right in.
Isn't that gorgeous?
So beautiful. So now what you have is a purple paste with orange shine. So it's completely different. You get a really cool, like,
That's interesting because they're complementary.
right. I was
They
gonna say,
don't make mud.
usually they would make brown too, but what's cool about this is the mica powder that's orange isn't mixing with the translucent dye because one's a solid and one's a liquid. So they're not mixing. So it's still beautiful purple. It's not making mud. That's what I love to show about this, because it's like, yeah, usually that wouldn't work, right? But then clean this up. And then I'm going to go in. We'll take this through a stencil. We got a whole line of stencils too, like layering stencils, stuff that would be really good for kind of mixed media. And then we'll go in here. We'll lay this down. Cool. This is
perfect for the purple. It's so regal.
right. I love this stencil.
Oh, wow.
And then this is called the paste tool set. It has 2 scrapers in it too, along with the palette knife. So you get everything that you need to scoop them out of the jar, get detail work done. But then also this scraper is great because it smooths the background out. With the scraper, to apply more paste down, you'll put it at an angle like this, and that'll deposit the paste. You can see on the surface there. And then to get rid of it and swipe the paste off, you'll change the angle more upward, and it'll scrape the paste off and smooth it out.
Awesome.
Super cool. And then let me heat set this so you can see the color a little bit. Actually, I won't heat set it because
You already have one.
this one's already done. So you can see that once that dries, all the shine comes back. And if you tilt it in the light, you can see that orange. You can tilt that so you can see it. and it gives kind of a nice subtle orange shine. So with the solar paste, you can do a lot with it. Whether you leave it white, whether you color it in, you got a lot of options with the solar paste, which is cool. And then I'll take another piece of black cardstock. Someone's gonna stick their hand in that. All right, and then I'm going to swipe it off onto the side. And what's cool about this is you can see more of the orange in this one on the black because it's really pretty. And then once this dries, you can die cut out of it. You can cut little scraps out of it, glue different things on. It would be kind of cool. So I like to use some of the scraps to do that. Or you could put it in like an airtight container and save it for later. But I usually just swipe it on the surface and keep using it for once it's dry. Yeah, super fun. Yeah, yeah, right. I keep leaving things all over the place and then right into it. I'm like, I'm so sorry. All right. Let me show you one other thing too that I think would be really cool for mixed media. Let's see, where is it though? That's the game. It's probably still in my cart here. Yep. All right. So this is called stamping foam. We have it in a couple different shapes and sizes. Do you know about this?
The lady who had a class, who took your class, she showed me one where she did paper towel.
Yes. Yep. All right. So I'll show you that. It's super cool. Do you want to see the paper towel or do you want to see a different texture?
Let me see something different than a paper towel.
All right. Let me look around. I can show you like a stamp. Do you want to see it?
You can do it on stamp. Yeah.
Because what's cool about a stamp is it reverses any stamp image. But like I said, you could do anything. I don't have a ton of cool textures with me. I wish I did.
You've done it on.
I wish I had more. Yeah, I've done it on like baskets, pillows, sweaters. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking.
You want anything texture on you?
Yeah, I'm looking.
You want to see a stamp? Oh no, I'll show you.
Sorry. But it's been getting the stamp.
But it's dirty. You could do the bottom of your
I can do it.
It's dirty.
All right.
So we're gonna do the bottom of the shoe.
We're gonna do the bottom of the
with
shoe here.
stamping foam,
This
guys.
part looks great,
That's a pretty cool pattern.
right? All right.
I wouldn't even have thought of that. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go in here and heat set this for about 10 to 15 seconds.
Okay.
You need the heat tool, so a hairdryer won't work, even though this one looks like a hairdryer. Thank you. I'm gonna go in here and heat set this. Yeah, super quiet. I like it. It's from Ranger. And then I'll go in here, stamp it down.
This is gonna be cool.
Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Check that out.
Cool.
Super
Oh,
cool.
that is cool. Never thought about doing
Here's
it
your
on a
shoe back.
Yes.
So what's cool about this then is you can go in, you can
And
stamp
yes,
with
I am
it.
gonna have to stop soon. The battery's getting low, but we got to see the rest of this, right, guys?
All right. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of yellow first. This is called Shooting Star. I'm gonna press this one down into the stamp so that I get more ink down in there.
Okay.
But you could,
down into the groove.
yeah, but you could also just swipe it on top of the surface to leave the rest white. But here I'm gonna go in with a second color.
Ah,
This one I'll go in with a little bit lighter, and it'll just hit those raised surfaces.
okay.
So now your shoe is really coming to life here.
There you go. You didn't know you had such a cool
Yeah, who would have thought you'd see your shoe on some stamping foam today? I'll spray it down with a little bit of water, about 2 mists. You don't want it to be too sopping wet. And then I'll stamp it down, give it some good pressure.
Gail says that's a first.
Check that out.
Cool.
It's a shoe, but you could do a lot cooler patterns with it. You know, like different.
Nobody thought about doing a shoe before. That is fabulous.
And with the stamps, it's really cool because you could, whenever you stamp this, it's going to show these black lines. But if you do the stamping foam, it's going to do the opposite. So it'll leave the candles white and it'll do a colored background.
Cool.
So it's really kind of cool. And then what's awesome about this is you can spray it down, wipe off any of the water, and then when you reheat it, it flattens back out.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep, so then you keep reusing it over and over. You can also use the sides of the stamping foam, which is really nice. But it lasts for probably like 20 to 30 times reheating it, and then you can, there's 4 in a pack, so you've got a lot of options.
Okay,
And it's at a good price point too.
So and he's got different shapes. They've got cutouts like hearts and
Circles, hearts, larger rectangles.
And so it's 20 times each side or 20 times?
That's just a rough estimate. You can do it for like quite a few, or you could,
Until it stops.
yep, until it stops. I mean, it doesn't ever stop, but it starts looking a little dingy, and then I'm like, I'll get a new piece. You know what I mean? So
like
it doesn't ever
this,
stop
Denise
heating
said,
up.
I did my dog paw prints.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's really cool too. I've done my dog's paw prints. My friend's dog almost like was about to pass away, and we were like, let's take his paw print. So it's a good memory, you know what I mean? And then we framed it for her, so it was really sweet.
So I'm just thinking, again, at the craft shop, a lot of times they do the baby's feet and
Mhm.
whatever, and it's like either ink, messy ink,
Yeah.
or
This could be a cool way to do it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. So it's a really fun way to use that. And then the inks, you just swipe them on like that, and you get really beautiful colors. And yeah, it's a fun technique with the
Thank
stamping
you
foam.
so much.
Yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna stop the
All right.
live, guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much, Simon.
Of
You are
course.
awesome.
Of course. Thank you guys. Yep.
So was that fun? I know you guys got a twofer, right? You did another live. Okay, talking with my hands with my mic in my hand, and that does not work. Anyway, we've already had a bunch of fun getting to sit with Simon and watch him a couple of times. If you haven't seen this, if you didn't see the live that went earlier, that I forgot to hit as public, you can go back and watch that too. But be sure to like and subscribe. I'm sure I've got a Ranger link down below. If not, I will get that added so that you guys can pick up your solar paste and lunar paste and new neon solar paste. Anyway, I will see you guys later. I am doing more. I've got to charge my phone first, though. Anyway, Janine says thank you, Simon. Bye, guys.
I'm the owner of the Brenwood St.
Oh yeah, I know who you are.